And we'll see if it warrants a bluff.
Damn it.
Wow, yes, that definitely warrants a bluff. Yeah.
Can I counter roll that?
Yeah, you got to give me a bluff. You have to exceed Abasi's roll. Beat 26 on a bluff roll.
You did nothing? Not a little thing at all?
He can. I know he can. It's going to be challenging, but he can.
Very challenging.
I actually have a pretty high bluff.
Oh my god!
Holy shit!
You call into question immediately. It's like, really? Really now? And he's like,
how dare you?
I didn't take a damn thing. Like, never blinking, right? Just gives you that serious stare.
Abasi's a little taken aback. Like, he actually moves back just a little bit from it. He goes, well, I wasn't expecting that. All right, how did you wake up with it on your face then?
Abasi, you will notice something
You were on
different.
watch and I was asleep after the whole spider incident.
You will notice something different, however. Particularly you, Abasi. The way that he kind of carries himself in defense to your accusation. He borderline puffs his chest out. His arms fall back, and his chin rises. And when he says this, in this almost deflammatory sense, he says, how dare you? You've seen this happen before. You've seen these kind of responses. These are proud men, wealthy men, and men of power.
Well, Abasi knows for sure he's not the last two of those.
You do notice something in his stance, however. There is an advancement in step when a particular individual of power would go against an accusatory glance or statement. They hang their right foot sort of like it's horizontal and perpendicular is the left leading. It's a stance as guided by pharaohs.
Donkor notices this, right?
Does Donkor have experience with pharaohs?
Notice the change in demeanor, rather.
Oh, definitely.
Okay.
Xanjafar catches himself and then says, I forgive you, but I didn't take it up like this. And I don't know. I fought a bunch of spiders, and then I just passed out. It was pretty exhausting.
Is he suddenly wearing guy liner?
It's the Pharaonic T-pose.
Donkor, Neferani. As Abasi and Xanjafar are having this kind of square off, this back and forth, you peer back to Pilakka and Abasi because you kind of want to see what Abasi's seeing at this point. And when you turn back, you see something a little different than normal with Pilakka, which she's always kind of odd in her stance, the way that she holds herself, but just hunkered over shoulder, hanging out of her robe, her garb, you can see Gidok's head. The snout seems to be tucked. The snout is tucked into what looks like more clothing, but the eyes, the very prominent eyes, are keenly focused for the first time, which normally they kind of pander off with walleye vision. This time, they are focused intently on Xanjafar. They're the eyes of fear.
All right, so I'm going to go close to the bird, and I'm going to look at the raccoon. I'm going to go, like...
Pilakka, you can see that Neferani is starting to kind of creep up ever closer, just to your shoulder, and you don't notice that Gidok is there. But as you get closer, Gidok's eyes never break away, and as you start to shift into his field of vision, one hand comes out and pushes your head away.
That is incredible. Is that normal for Gidok? The entire time we've been, he's kind of been skittering about. Pilakka, what's going on? He's different, and your pet is different too.
Do I notice a change in Gidok's posturing, or is he just freaked out by what's going on?
His demeanor has definitely changed. Normally, he's aloof to much of the world, but now his focus is honed in a way that you honestly haven't seen in a very long time. Probably since the first time you had your original transformation or that exposition of power?
Pilakka places Gidok on the ground, just picks him up by the scruff, plops him on the ground.
When you grab at Gidok and you kind of pull him off your body, there's a momentary pause. He kind of scuttles about trying to hold on, but since he can't, he just kind of rolls his body over in a way that he is able to allow you to grab on to like his belly, and you kind of pull him down. And as you set him down, his back legs and front legs wrap around your arm, and his eyes never seem to break. He's got like that almost eternal chicken vision, the bob, as he's watching Xanjafar.
And he's still clinging to me.
Yes.
Do I notice this in conversation? Like, do I look over?
I don't know how anybody wouldn't not notice this. A gigantic black chicken is clutching a raccoon that won't take its eyes off of you as she's trying to put it down. It's like a raccoon yo-yo at this point.
Do I notice this? I don't know. Do you notice the circus in town?
Hey, little buddy, are you okay down there?
Detect magic.
Is there
Target?
something wrong with your creature? Keeps
I think there's something wrong with you.
oh.
First,
What do you mean by that?
Oh,
no,
I mean, not
you're
in a
probably
bad
both
way.
right.
why does this happen with every new group of people I meet?
Well, if you're the common factor,
I didn't do anything at all, and this raccoon is just staring at me. I don't know if it's lustfully or.
do you have food? Did you find
No,
food?
I don't have any food.
Oh, don't have sex with a raccoon, please.
Where did that come from?
He said, I don't know if it's looking at me lustfully.
We
Maybe
said
less
that
than for food.
we said that the nard that he had smells like the urn of perfume that Donkor is carrying, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I think it's the same stuff. My detect magic targets are Gidok and then Xanjafar, by the way.
Nothing more immediate than you already know. No new information.
But I'm sorry, but they're both magical still?
Yep.
Okay.
I have no idea why you decided to, be a little bit more proud than normal, and why you smell like this urn of perfume that I have in my bag. All I can say is, I'm going to begin walking forward, and if you do anything weird, I will stab you.
You could try to stab me, but the reason I smell like this is because of that mask. It's all over me. But yeah, you can watch me all you want.
Pilakka, the only thing you know that's different at this point with Gidok, as opposed to yourself or the others, is that Gidok just sampled his blood.
Mm-hmm.
Now, not all concoctions take effect immediately. You watched, you waited, you saw if he responded to anything, he looked around the room, and nothing. It might be a lingering effect, potentially. But you find yourself glancing back at that pool of blood. Now, there wasn't much of it, remember? There was just enough for a drop. And you begin to place a few reagents with it, but when you glance back, it's no longer a drop, or at least a half-consumed drop. It is now what looks to be a small swell. It has flourished into something a bit larger.
Oh, God.
What did you do, Ray?
Wait, in my hand or in the vial?
I think in the spell circle.
In the spell
on the
circle.
step.
Oh, in the spell circle. Sorry.
Or, I'm sorry, on the floor.
Right.
I think I might have spawned some kind of pharaoh blood creature. Uh-oh.
Do we kill it?
Is this like Evil Dead, where Ash chops his hand off and then an evil version grows from it?
Oh boy.
I don't want to lose my hand.
But from a drop of blood?
They're going to lean on you in this scenario. They don't know, well, mostly they don't know dick about magic, So they're hoping you've got the answers.
I hope I have the answers too.
I take like a piece of that. I take a piece of the shirt that wasn't ruined, like dry.
Okay.
And then I bind the one hand with the thing to make sure it's like closed up and halfway not gaping, because I might need to use my hands.
Sure, yeah, that makes sense. No, it wasn't exactly a gaping wound per se, but it was enough so that you could see where the flesh had been like trimmed or cut in a specific pattern.
Okay.
Donkor, like as he begins to walk away, he is now positioned himself kind of towards the mirror room, but behind Abasi. And looking back, he goes, "I don't trust this," and that's all he says to Abasi, and kind of begins to walk towards the staircase.
Sure. Donkor leaves. Abasi, Neferani, this is the first time you've seen Pilakka stumped in 3 days. She's usually quick-witted. She has something to say. A snarky response. A keen retort. But now, her prominently functioning eye never quite leaves that pile of blood. Visually, it doesn't seem to increase in size at all. But you knew that it was much smaller than that moments ago.
Abasi kind of like elbows Neferani and goes, "I don't know what's going on. I don't particularly like it, and I would like to finish with this term as quickly as possible and get out of here before somebody stabs me in the back."
Pilakka wants... Oh, sorry, good.
No, go for it.
Oh, Pilakka wants to... Is this larger? It's just more blood. It's not moving.
Correct.
Pilakka wants to collect some more of the blood in a vial. Same vial from earlier.
Sure. You definitely feel the vial more so this time than previously. You, without a doubt, know that this is increased in amount.
I want to keep an eye on it and see if it repopulates within the vial.
Is Xanjafar pale at all?
I mean, technically, yes. Am I paler than normal?
Well, I mean, like, is this blood coming directly from your body and going to repopulate the spell circle? Are you losing blood right now?
Accidentally open a portal into your veins.
Oh, boy.
Oh, heroin junkie's dream.
My bad.
Come on, Morty.
Oh, man, Rick, not again.
20-minute adventure, Morty, in and out.
Got a whole theme park set up in there.
Donkor, you decide to step on. You move to the door. The dancing lights still traipse around your current room, but you make your way southbound. Do you hit the steps and move into the next room?
Yeah.
I will go with him.
Okay.
I don't trust that room at all, and I'm not letting anybody just wander in there alone.
Much like last week. You know immediately what happens. The moment you step into the room, a figure meets yours. Across the room, on the wall, a mirror. The legend that is Akentepi stares back at you keenly, almost as if he's standing on the opposite side of a mirror.
Donkor is just going to continue to, knowing that there's something wrong with the mirror, he's going to take all focus away from it. He's just not going to pay attention.
Okay.
He's going
Abasi's going to try and
ignore it.
Point out the footsteps to him, seeing as he's the first one in the room. Because I noticed that there were the steps that were leading into that last time.
Yep.
Pilakka wants to watch the Akentepi reflections reaction when Xanjafar steps into the room, if he's following us.
Have I seen the mirror yet? I can't remember if I have.
Oh, you were knocked out last time.
Nope.
We didn't even tell you. The only person who saw it was Neferani, Abasi, and Donkor.
Correct.
Kind of like sharp.
Well, I could remember when I was pacing around, like when you guys are all asleep and I was...
No, because we had the door still a little cracked. You were just playing with the masks.
Oh, that's right.
We were seeing you as you were going back and forth.
Okay, so I walk into the room.
Sure. Pilakka, when you step into the room and you look back over to Xanjafar, you wish to keenly take advantage of this to see if anything happens, but when you step in, you see the war general, Akentepi, staring back at you. There's a bit of a hunch in his step. The way that his body is angled simulates yours. Seems to move with a crook in his walk. The way that he seems to peer around. There's even an odd gait, and how his head angularly moves, much like a bird. So But you notice, despite the amount of people here in the room, there is only one reflection. It's Akentepi.
Right.
Before you make your decision on what you'd like to do, Xanjafar, as you step into the room, you immediately pass by the others, seeking danger or whatever is before you. It's kind of how you've handled life. Bit of an adrenaline junkie. And when you pop into the room, the others stop. You see Donkor kind of shake his head and wish to move off to the side somewhere. Abasi carefully moves. Pilakka just watches. But when your eyes are fixed to the mirror, you don't see Akentepi. You see something a little different. You see a man. A man with a golden face. A man that is crowned in garb. I'm going to link it here in chat. In Twitch chat.
When you guys came back, did you guys tell me about who you saw in the mirror? Because I remember you guys woke me up and you're like, yeah, some shit went down. Don't go touch the mirror.
They didn't tell anybody who they saw in the mirror.
Okay.
I mentioned it.
I think it was you mentioned it
Not
to.
everybody was in the room.
Right. I think you mentioned it like while you were still bleeding. So Donkor was like, okay, whatever.
Oh, no, when I was when we woke up, I started telling this. No, with his forehead.
No, you told me because like I was asleep when you guys did the whole thing, and
Yeah,
I was the next to watch.
When we were in this room, she was asking about the forehead and Akentepi and all that stuff.
Right, when we read what was on Jared's forehead.
Yeah. And Abasi's not going to want to stay in this room. Like, he's going to want to go through this door as soon as possible. He wants to be in there.
I'm not even all the way in the room.
Yeah.
All right. So.
But my question was, did they say who, like, specifically who it was, or did they just...
I don't think so. I don't
remember tonight asking if it was Akentepi, and I remember saying it, but I don't know who I said it to.
Yeah.
It was I think it was to me when you woke me up because like you went to sleep for the watch, or I had to wake up for the watch, and that's when I went after the masks, right?
It was this session, so it wasn't last time.
Correct.
But I don't know who I told it to, so
okay.
I would say if we can't remember, then you can't remember. That's what I would say.
Okay, yeah, for sure. I guess I turn and ask, so there's a guy in the mirror that's not me. Do you guys see that guy too?
I'm not looking. I'm just shouting from the stairs.
I'd rather not remember what Akentepi put me through, thank you. Here, and the bossy kneels down and points to the sword, and here and here and there is where I would like to be on the way from that thing before it tries to kill me again.
Wait, so you guys said that you saw Akentepi because that's not who I see at all.
Wait, what?
So Donkor immediately listens to this, and now he's intrigued. Now he goes, "You see someone different."
Yeah,
Who do
I
you
know.
see?
Because I know what Akentepi looks like. It's not him at all.
Then who do you see?
You see the man whose face is the mask you wore earlier. Yes or no?
Would I would have knowledge of Osiris, wouldn't I?
Maybe some.
Well, I mean, if you'd be looking though at the mask that you.
Right. Does it looks just like the mask? Like his face looks
Similar
like
enough, yes.
Okay. I'm pretty sure that's Osiris in the mirror, which was also on the mask.
Cat, what do you see?
I begrudgingly come back into the room and look in the mirror.
You see Akentepi.
Is there a way in Catfolk to like give him like the friends like right? Like do the full Ross like this, but I think like
Is there? Tell me.
I'm trying to think if she would be that rude right off the bat.
Well, you said a couple times that she was pissed, and it's out of character, but she was pissed.
That's the thing. I'm trying to think if she'd be verbal or non-verbal about it. And you asked me a question, right? You asked what I see.
Correct.
All right, I'm gonna step in and look up. I see the jerk that put this on my head.
Which jerk? Describe the jerk.
Yeah, please.
Akentepi.
You say Akentepi. And you, short one. And you, Snappy.
Do we need a short?
I love this now.
Like, Bird, there are more efficient ways to do this. Who saw Akentepi?
That's him.
All saw Akentepi, except for you, the one who's suddenly greasy and regal.
Suddenly greasy and regal.
As long as it comes with regal, I will accept that the description. Yeah, no, I mean, I'm not making this up. I'm not seeing the same thing. So
I have a sudden urge, and she kind of sidles up to Xanjafar, and says, I have a sudden urge to smash this mirror and steal everything in the tomb. What do you feel about that?
Give me a will save, Xanjafar.
Oh. This is not my strong suit, by the way.
I'm kind of hoping you fail. Yeah, that's good. That's good. We want you to fail, I think.
You've got luck rerolls. If you want to use your luck rerolls, you can.
I'm gonna use one.
Okay, sure.
I'm telling you, just go with the failure. Go with the.
We have a lot of rerolls. I'm just saying.
I'm just saying, we want to see if something happens.
I mean, if you want to watch him burn, dude, I'll sit here and watch him burn.
A little bit.
I want to.
The honesty.
I have heal spells.
If there's enough left of him to heal when we're done.
You'll live the immolation.
I'm only gonna use one of them, so I guess I'm sticking with the two.
Yeah, you fail your save, and it feels wrong. It feels like it's completely against everything that is about your being. Now, you know that you've definitely lifted purses before. You have taken the things that people didn't quite need at the time. But stealing from this place, it feels wrong. It breaks laws, particularly the laws of Pharasma. And inside of you, you know that it's against the law. And that matters more to you right this moment than anything.
Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna steal stuff. At all. I think I'm gonna pass. Hard pass.
Did you?
Did you say that out loud?
Yeah, I said hard pass.
So the rest of us are like, did he just say he's not gonna? What the hell?
Did I happen to have noticed him pocket the gold nugget earlier?
It's actually interesting that you say that. When your eyes kind of affix back to him to see if, because he never really said that he put it away, right? Like I take it back out and I want to look at it. Does it kind of do the thing? And
yeah.
He never said he put it away. Despite you kind of meandering through his beard to take whatever kind of goop you can get for later use of Nard, when you peer back to him, it's been curved and festooned back up into his beard.
Oh boy.
I'm not cutting more beard. I'm not cutting more beard.
I just to remind you, my actual question towards Xanjafar was, how do you feel about me smashing the tomb?
How do I feel?
And,
Okay,
and just desecrating the shit out of this place?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I think I responded properly, right?
Yeah, that's accurate.
pass.
You don't feel like it's against the law. It's wrong.
Okay, yeah.
You have no interest in doing so. I did not ask if you had interest in doing so. I asked how you felt about my doing so.
Oh,
Do you have any opinions one way or another?
You're vehemently against it.
I don't think I'd be comfortable with you doing it either. I don't think I'd really be comfortable with anyone doing desecrating.
He desecrated my forehead.
I just kind of facepalm a little bit.
The man who was trying to pilfer masks is suddenly against tomb robbing. Interesting. Yes. Very well, Your Excellency. And she turns away. And then peers back into the mirror.
You're back and it's Akentepe.
I whisper to the bird, I wasn't trying to take anything. It was just on my face.
Yes, you slipped, fell, and landed inside the mask.
Before you can respond, you hear the voice kind of creep up over your shoulder. I wasn't trying to take anything. And there is an audible growl like this. Ah! And a snap. Gidok's head emerges and tries to snap away Xanjafar's face.
Oh.
Do I have to make a saving throw?
Give me a reflex, yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
Very good. Had you reacted even slightly slower, he may have taken off a lip.
I'm just gonna stop doing things. I've been in like 3 rooms.
What can I say, man? The people of Wati like their things. Death is very important to them.
I'm gonna move closer to the mirror, and then I guess try to see, like, because I haven't experienced the mimicking, correct? Like I just kind of walked in.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna like start flexing and posing and stuff.
Sure. Position
See,
your
like,
token,
what
please. Show me exactly where you intend to go.
Now I'm questioning where I'm gonna stand.
How big is the mirror?
Yeah.
It's large. It's 10 wide by 15 tall.
Oh, gee. I guess I stand in the center of the mirror, maybe like a couple feet away.
So, like here?
Hold on, let me find the measuring tool. So, like, let's see, 3 feet would be. Wait, all the mirrors over here. I'm completely lost, apparently.
The mirror is right where Abasi has anchored it.
Looks like a mirror.
Yep. Yep.
With these statues on either side of it.
Look at this great mirror. Reeve, that's a wall. Or that's
It's a door.
In our culture, we call that a wall or door.
It's a wall door.
It's a wall door. Hold the door.
Oh,
So I stand right here, kind of in the mirror, just
Okay.
kind of like not mocking it, but just I noticed
you're just flexing, right?
I'm just flexing.
Sure,
See
you
what
just
happens.
you see what happens. You know, you give it a flex, and you're like trying to angle your body. And when you kind of bring your arms up and you start to flex, and you kind of turn your right hand, as you're looking in the mirror, the reflection itself drops, and it does one of these.
Oh,
Give me a will save.
another one of these.
Excellent.
And Neferani, you notice he keeps getting closer and closer to that. I know about you, but I'm in the just real quick, like, take a couple of, no, I'm not getting beat up again.
This
You
is
know, we're
really
good.
not good. This is extremely not good.
Xanjafar, you
Where you
feel
guys going? This is
compelled.
fine.
You feel compelled to get even closer, to investigate your newfound body in ways that you hadn't seen before.
I have informed teammates that I think it's a bad idea to be in that room, and I have vacated. I'm letting them do what they want.
can I pounce forward and like grab the back of him to kind of pull him back?
Sure. If you're going to try to pull him away from this situation, then give me a combat maneuver. It's a CMB versus his CMD. What is your CMD, Ryu?
My CMD is 16.
Just take him down like the SWAT team.
Neferani just gets the best of
Wow.
you. Her hands plummet forward, grabbing onto your back. You can feel her claws kind of sink in as she clutches and pulls you back away from the mirror. But as you were taking a step, muttered words fall from the lips of this figure. Don't let them take anything from this place. Kill them.
So I couldn't catch myself, and I'm just standing there, and I want to look at his expression after he said it. Like, how does his face look after he said that?
How does your face look?
Oh, well played. Yeah, how does my reflection face look?
His face imitates yours. Neferani, I'd like a perception as you're reaching out and grabbing his body. Very good. I set the DC actually at 22. It was very faint. You just got it. As you leaned in to grab at him, faintly falling away from his lips, you hear Xanjafar say, "Don't let them take anything from this place. Kill them."
I am going to, since I have a hold of him, try to like turn him sideways and like drag him back like out of this room. Like, but I am going to do my best to break eye contact with Mirror and him.
Can I tell that I said that, or am I in a trance?
Okay, I couldn't tell that you said that.
I said it at all.
And as I do it, because I can tell, like, while I do the action, I want to, guys, there's something seriously, he's muttering about killing us, and I don't like this. Like, it seems very unlike him. I mean, we met him 2 days ago, but it seems very unlike him.
He was drunk the whole time too. Remember? No.
He's been possessed by the god who watches over the dead. We would do well not to rob any graves in his presence. And don't let him near the mirror.
So I am going to try to physically turn him around to break the contact with the mirror.
Okay, that's fine. You succeeded in the CMD. You're going to best him in the situation. So you grab and you basically whip him around immediately and kind of shove him out of the room. Jared, given the information that you've had up to this point, can I get Abasi to give me a knowledge religion?
Oh, boy!
I'm going to give you a big circumstantial bonus based off of all of the information that you've gained. You've got a name. You have how he looks.
Boy.
Yeah, that's going to be enough.
Wow. Oh, good.
He's great.
I don't think re-rolling that would be a good idea.
No, you do really, really well on this. You actually are aware that there is a fairly prominent god in the pantheon of all of the Egyptian mythos of Wati and Osirian. It's Osiris. What this whole place was named after, Osiris. He's the lawful good god of balance, repose, healing, law. He's also the god of the afterlife, fertility, rebirth, and resurrection, more prominently known.
Shit.
Hold on.
Well, that's super bad because suddenly a whole bunch of fucking alarm bells go off in Abasi's head because he has just pointed out footsteps to possible undead demummification. He's found out that one of his teammates is being possessed by a god who literally just said, "Don't steal, kill them." This is all bad. Mummification, rebirth. We have the strange Anubis statue. We've got Pharasma. This is all pointing to what he was afraid of in the first place, and the whole point he came to the city was dealing with not just curses and gods, but the prospect of things controlling other things and the undead. Well, I have knowledge, but I have nowhere to put it right now. So
I want perceptions, please, from absolutely everyone.
Oh God. Oh God.
I immediately realized that.
Okay.
Oh wow. Yeah. There you go.
All right. So final rolls. We had Xanjafar at 11, Abasi at 23, Pilakka at 14, Neferani at 10, and who are we missing? Donkor?
19.
Donkor
Yeah, I'm at 19.
Abasi is the only one that heard this.
Oh, great.
Faintly. Very, very faintly in the distance. A thud. Almost like the sound of a poof. You feel wind kind of blow past your body. Everywhere that you've been up to this point, all of the doors have been closed.
Does the wind come from the direction they're in?
The wind comes from behind. For you right now, the wind comes from the east. Give me a... You technically did give me perception. Do you lean over to look?
Yes. I've also drawn my weapons.
When you draw your weapons and you turn to look, a silhouette of a man. He's just dropped down from the top of the tomb.
If I see him, I want to try and get out of his line of sight. Yeah?
Yeah, give me a stealth.
Okay. It's not a bossy strong suit.
I hope he's thirsty.
Oh yeah, that's right.
That's middle of the road, but he did just jump down. He made a bunch of noise himself. I wasn't really talking.
However, the others are. Do you move back to them immediately?
So I go to take a step and turn away. Do I think that I have fucked this up? I would kind of know as somebody wearing a bunch of armor and looking at him if I think he's got any indication that I'm right here.
Well, you've started to move. You've basically started to move. And there's a significant amount of noise, but you were just caught by the wind at this point. And you start to move as a voice begins to cacophonously echo off of the chamber 60 feet above. In ancient Osirian, you hear, "Find Abasi. Bring him. It's your father."
Me.
As you turn to move, you hear another drop. Staying in hiding, you hear a third.
How far away am I? Okay, I need to buy us time. I reach into my bag because we haven't reset any of the traps and they've gone off already.
Okay.
I want to throw, though it's not at anybody, which seems kind of unfortunate. I want to throw one of my oil bombs and the firebomb into this hallway. It's a bad idea because we're underground, but
No.
I cannot let them get in.
Before you do that, give me a wisdom. Click your wisdom, please.
Oh, we're going to see if I understand that it's a really, really bad idea.
Nope, not necessarily. Abasi, you know that the hallway itself, you recall this, as you're grabbing at your bombs, prepared to throw the flask down, you remember that the hallway's trapped and it reset itself.
Oh, it did reset itself.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Okay, because I thought we set it off and it didn't reset itself.
It reset itself.
Oh, okay. Then no, I wouldn't want to blow up that hallway because I know there's a trap there. I'm immediately just going to make a move to the other room and try and hush everybody as I get here.
So at this point, Donkor would have already had his dagger out. The moment that Neferani would have yelled out, "He's trying to kill us!" That would have been the only words that he's paying attention to. So he immediately had his dagger already drawn towards Xanjafar.
As she spun me around, I would have probably been stunned at the he's gonna kill us. He said he's gonna kill us, and I'm gonna not unsheath my dagger, but like grab it, and I'm like, who said they're gonna kill us?
Well, I'm sure I'm interrupting something very wonderful right now. Betrayal and all that fun shit. We're under attack.
I know.
A different. Another group has come down. They're attacking us.
Going to kill us too. I don't.
That's fine. There are 4 men at the entryway with weapons here to kill us.
Xanjafar.
Perhaps.
Xanjafar, give me a will save.
God damn it.
No! Not now!
Why? Do it.
Nick, I want to point out, this is your fault.
Xanjafar,
How?
as your body was whipped around, you're clutching at your dagger trying to pull it from your pocket because you hear this attack to kill them. They're attack that don't let them take anything. And as you pull your dagger away from your body, holding on to it while she still has her claws in your back trying to guide you away, you see Abasi turning, facing you. He has his shield, a scarab shield in one hand, and a large blade in the other. And as he's walking at you with wide-eyed glance, you hear him say, "Under attack. Going to kill. Coming now." And as he's walking right at you. And this is where we'll cut the session.
Oh, jeez.
Walking towards you with his stolen weapons.
Borrowed, if I had to really put a name on it.
We're gonna have to gangbang fight a possessed party member, party member who's possessed by the god of all the sins we've just committed. We've a cursed mirror, Abasi assassins, and whatever the hell's in the room to the east.
Yeah. So it's basically like presumed mummy, possessed mirror, possessed asshole, enemies.
I'll be honest. If you would have taken any of the other 3 masks at this point, it could have gone so much worse.
Because like, what the worst
You want
that
to
we've
take
got now is
Pharasma's
somebody-
mask and see what happens? We'd all already be dead.
Hey,
One of us has a
We all
smelly,
get-
greasy face and a stick up his ass.
I'm okay with this.
Can we all get a mask and just like charge?
Yeah,
Okay.
let's just become the Power Rangers. I'll chill and watch.
We can be like the Voltron of a TPK. Like,
How did your party die? Well, we knew we were going to get possessed, but we figured, hey, fuck it. We need superpowers. So we got possessed and went full anime weeaboo on their asses.
Right.
Nobody lived.
we went out the best way. Boom.
Yeah, this is seeming more like a suicide cult than a origin story.
The one party member not wearing a mask blew up the entrance to the tomb and we all died.
Almost.
I formed the leg of TPK.
You could be like Wonder. I could be form of an ice cube.
Oh, what was it? The fucking robot chicken of that? Form of a bucket, shape of shit.
Oh, God.
Because the kid died.
Oh
right.
my god.
And there's
And then
my
they were
session
just a
note.
bucket of shit.
Session ends. Xanjafar failed his 3rd will save and believed Abasi is turning to attack him with stolen weapons.
Oh no.
Lay out in combat. Don't
Oh.
fight him.
100%. But at this point, Xanjafar is probably like, this is bad. What did I get myself into? What's happening right now?
Yeah, my character really doesn't know what's going on. I just was
I was gonna-
talking to the mirror, and then I turned around, and then some short dwarf is coming at me with a shield, and
Yeah, I forgot to ask when I whipped him around and broke the eye contact with the mirror, even though he was speaking as he turned around. Is he no longer like kind of under whatever?
Oh,
Do
it's all of that has already started to take effect. All of the damage is done at this point. And it's honestly, it's not the mirror.
Okay.
It's the mask.
No, yeah, it's. I think it's whatever he got nicked with. I think the
I
nard
know.
is in his blood.
The nard is in his blood. No, I do not want to hit like end tier of this game, and we find out like session fucking 30. We're all sitting around going, "It's almost over. We've killed the great evil." It's like, no, you don't understand. Look under the evil. What's that? It's a pool of nard. What's the pool of nard doing there? It courses through the lands. It's killing all of the people.
Suddenly, the
I've been
nard is like the stuff. Did you ever see
Yeah.
that movie?
Oh
That's what the
no.
nard is.
No.
I don't think
We're gonna end this.
Yeah, it's literally marshmallow fluff that comes. It's sentient.
Surprise! I've been full of nards the whole time.
I'm carrying the fucking urn of it. Damn it.
You have the evil spirit. Throw the nard at my dad. Give my dad your nards. It's the only way we escape.
Oh, Lord.
If we play music, do the nards dance? Or do
Oh,
they
like Ghostbusters 2.
Yakety sax.
With
the
your
whole
love,
way outta here.
I'm
Can,
taking
is there
you higher.
Can we like coat one of the statues in nard?
we can,
And I'll get
we
my
can ride
drum.
around.
Yeah, Anubis is gonna hate us forever if you cover him in nards. Here, doggy, doggy, doggy.
Neferani's like, hold on, I want to try something. You
Right.
stupid,
Starts painting
ugly
the
piece of
statue
shit.
in
And you just see him, he's like, what's happening to me? I don't even know what's going on.
Right now, that's in her wheelhouse.
Perfect.
I mean, she said jerk. That's very strong.
Wonderful. All right, guys, we're
So-
going to go ahead and round us out here so we can get into our quick post show, and then I can leave everyone here to do their things for the rest of the night. Like I said, it was a short night.
Sorry
but,
about that.
Oh, that's like, I was inviting it. I've been exhausted all day long. So next week we'll have a full scheduled session, and from the looks of it, everything looks kind of free and clear, right?
By the looks of it, we're gonna TPK in episode 9. Fuck yeah!
Yay!
Roll new characters and keep going, and we'll pass the bones of our former selves. Be like, wow, those guys suck.
I
Very
already
well.
have a delightful pain in the ass made if Abasi dies.
Next
no.
session, we're all
Don't let
rolling
Abasi die.
dwarf thugs that just murdered their first party.
We're Abasi's dad and his minions.
Yes,
Starring Kaoiji
I-
as.
I call Abasi's dad.
I call Abasi dead.
That's kind of unfair. Definitely unfair. All right. Donkor, Kaoiji, tell us about you. Where can we find you? What are you doing these days, man?
Hi, you guys can find me on TheBubbernaut on Tuesdays now.
Just on me. Nowhere else. Just
The
on
only
him.
place. That's Blacklight's fucking spiel.
But
You're
no,
watching
you
me the only place you can find me.
No, but you guys can find me on twitch.tv/Kaoiji. I play a variety of games, mostly recently mobile games like Epic 7 and The Division 2, but we'll be probably checking out Outward soon, or Outworld, whatever that
I
game
think it's
is.
Outward.
But-
Yeah.
Is it Outward?
Yeah, I
Either
think
way,
so.
we're going to be checking that out soon. So that's awesome. But here, Tuesdays, 8 p.m. most days, we'll be here.
Right on. Sounds cool. Xanjafar, as played by our local Ryu, our Pocket Viking. Tell us about you, buddy. What are you doing? Where can we find you?
I can be found at twitch.tv/RyutheRed. I hard rerolled from BDO to ESO, so that's kind of been what I've been streaming a lot of, other than random titles that I just kind of been mixing it up with. But yeah, make sure you guys come out on Tuesday and tell your friends, and then use all your Prime subs so that we can have all the rerolls.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. Next week it should be good. I'm pretty much good to roll immediately. I've got enough content for, I believe, the next 3 or 4 sessions at this point. So, Pilakka is played by BlackLightAttack. What are you doing these days, man?
I'm on the. You can't find me. That's the secret. If you can find me, you get a prize. As we've said before, I love doing these. I love coming here and playing Pilakka for you guys. I'm not currently streaming, but I'll let you know if that changes. This is the one thing I do on Twitch every week, and I love it.
Thank you. Thank you for making this happen.
Thank you for GMing, because I love it. Thank you for sticking with Pathfinder through it all too, because I love the witch class. I'm absolutely loving it.
Good. That's awesome. Neferani, as played by Misty Imperial. Tell us about you. What are you doing? Where can we find you?
I am. What am I doing? I'm so exhausted. I can't even make sentences right now. You can find me at twitch.tv/Imperialgrrl. I have had, you haven't been able to find me for the past 2 weeks, because first I had PAX and then I had all the running. And if you want to see my medals, I will show them tomorrow on stream. I got 6 of them. So it's ridiculous. It's a little ridiculous, but I usually stream sewing. Just I will be in full, like I did all the races mode this week. So if that interests you, stop by. If not, maybe wait for next week. But I also play games, including Tuesday nights on the Bubbernaut's channel. I play a lot of Rust. I play ESO actually, so we should probably friend up.
Yeah.
I don't know. I play whatever sounds good. I played a Nintendogs clone at PAX. I might have to be like a dog streamer going forward. It was adorable. I got to pet a dog for like 20 minutes. It's like
Me at every house party.
yes,
Pretty much.
I was not to pet
Same.
every single service dog at Disney, because I'm like, I miss my dogs and they're all so cute.
Perfect.
All of them.
Abasi, as played by JDScientize. Tell us about you, buddy. Where can we find you?
Abasi's dying, man. Abasi is super dying, but Abasi doesn't know why. My arm actually really hurts. Tomorrow and the day after, I'm playing a whole bunch of the Borderlands 1 remastered with friends that finally have time off from paramedicing. And then I'm going to be a dirty weeaboo all weekend and play the One Piece World Seeker game
Nice.
that I've been salivating over for a while. But yeah, we're just playing games, hanging out, having fun. I got a few projects on the side, but nothing that has enough steam or momentum to show off and be like, look what we made.
Yet.
Soon.
Yeah. All right, guys, and you know me, man. I'm Bub, the Bubbernaut. When I'm not exhausted, I'm here trying to do tabletop stuff. I do squad ventures with Tweak and Spoon on Mondays. We've been playing various co-op games. I think we're kind of in Deep Rock right now. I think our next goal is Astroneer. Trying to convince them to get into Risk of Rain, because that's fucking fun. We do this on Tuesdays, Wednesday night Shackled City. Next episode is tomorrow. It'll be episode 155. Carrying Crown is relaunched on Thursdays. It's a bi-weekly campaign, and that should be kicking off soon, or at least returning soon. I can't remember what day that is exactly, but you can find us here on Thursdays. Fridays I'm off. Saturdays I'm over on the Roll For It channel playing Vampire. It's about to wrap up. Yeah, so stick around, see all the cool things. But more importantly, go follow all these wonderful casters. Except Blacklight, he's hidden. Good luck. That's challenge.
He's the secret room in the dungeon. You have to find him.
He's the optional boss. Yeah.
I'm that room in the dungeon that doesn't have anything implemented by the devs yet, and you're just like, well, like eventually this will do something.
You break the wall and it's just a pie, but you can't eat the pie. You just walk through it.
Yeah, exactly. It's just an empty altar that like looks kind of cool, and you're like, oh, they'll do something with that eventually.
See, whereas I disagree. I feel like Blah is actually Whimsyshire, where you have to go get a million weird things, and then you get to
slaughter unicorns.
Yes.
And that's gonna be it for us tonight.
I've never seen Whimsyshire do it.
I haven't. I need to now.
Diablo.
All right, cats. Thank you guys so much for absolutely everything. Love your faces. We're gonna go down out here for now and do our post show. So we'll talk to you tomorrow. Go check out all the streams, do the thing, and we'll talk to you then. Peace. We're out of here, guys.